Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson, and today I want to go into a lesson that will be entitled "The Truth is Not a Controversy." Slakia. Now let's first start off by going into the definition of the word controversy as we see on the screen. Controversy. Disagreement, typically when prolonged, public, and heated. Okay, so the thing is, like, say for example, I don't know, what was that one controversy that was abortion. Okay, so now people were debating. People were debating. Okay, abortion is such a big controversy because there's a bunch of people that disagree. There's a bunch of people that argue about, is it ethical? Is it okay? Is it this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and the thing about this is, or the inspiration for me to do this lesson was the fact that for instances like that, instances in general, when we talk about the truth that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of the Bible, it is considered in Babylonians terms as a controversy. A lot of people are willing to debate and violently debate, get in heated debates and disagree about it and just go against it, okay, as well as other stuff, which one of them I'm going to actually get into, okay, because this is the actual main trigger or the inspiration to do this lesson, which was this video that I saw. If I can get my mouse working, okay, Ho Math Breakdown. Okay, so this person on TikTok, Ho_math, made this video that I'm going to let it play, and you're going to see, let's just hear it.
Men with no hose. Where are you?
So the men with hose are up here, receiving all of the attention from the hose, including you, and the men without hose are down here, trying to contact you on Bumble and not receiving an answer. Hope that helps.
Okay, so now you see, he made this video, and there's a bunch of people, and you can see with this, or they said that they knew that the comment section was going to be a war zone. And the thing is, when you see videos like this, you can already expect there to be a bunch of controversy because of topics like this, okay? Because every time, the main thing with women specifically is that they will complain, oh, I can't find a good man, or I can't do this, I can't do that. But then in the reality of it is that they disregard, they disrespect, they toss to the wayside, they lie, they cheat, commit adultery, whatever you want to call it, on the so-called good man that's actually treating her well, and then they give all their attention to the bad guy and to the bad guy that they get with. All right, you also see that in common scenarios, I guess, like in TV shows and others, you see that when there's an abusive boyfriend or abusive husband or something like that, the wife always stays with the husband instead of leaving. Okay, and again, it's always the fact that these women are flocking to these bad guys, or tens, as he put it. And then the thing is, the men that are 10s, 9s, and 8s, in his little picture, all right, those guys, they are, because they have the power, because they have the capability, they have no problem, not committing, and they don't want to commit. They don't want to get with one woman because they are able to get multiple women because women are flocking to them. All right, so it just says, okay, so if I don't need to, if I can just get any hoe I want, then why would I stick to this one basic ass bitch? All right, and then for the men that actually are going to stay, you have women like this that are just like, oh, I'm looking for the fucking 10 out of 10s that are going to treat me like, shut the fuck up, Slakia. But yeah, that is that, and I did not want to get too much into that. I want to actually get into the scriptures, okay? Because, again, let's go into this. Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Now, the thing is, this guy, I think he's actually an Edomite, but he's an Edomite. You see in the video, his hand. He's most likely an Edomite. The thing is, the main thing I want to say is, like, even when an Edomite says something that is factually incorrect, I just want to point out that it is still being treated as a controversial thing to say, as a very problematic thing to say, because for us that are in the truth, okay, when we say something like the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible speaks of, we get hate for it. And then it's just in general, when people are speaking truth, they get hate, and that is a very telling thing to understand, because it goes to show the agenda that Esau has been pushing out and has successfully implemented into the brains of the masses. All right, now people today, they do not like hearing facts. They do not like hearing truth. They do not like you are able to point something out and say, this is objectively wrong. This is objectively incorrect. All right, and as a result, they are moving towards living lies. All right, they want to stay in their little delusional world of, this world is all right. I can be whatever I want to be. I can be an attack helicopter fighter jet. Okay, like this is the type of stuff that these people that they have in their mind. Okay, you got people. Have you seen someone, this dude that is literally saying that he wants to marry his car, and he got on fucking camera and made out and was kissing his car, his dirty ass car. Okay, maybe it wasn't dirty, but still, like, that is weird. These niggas is weird. Like, what? Oh my God, Slakia, it's just like it really starts to vex you. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So, like, this is the right spirit to have. If Babylon makes you just angers you, just disgusts you, just is you. Okay, let's get that, as a matter of fact. Vexation, the state of being annoyed, frustrated, or worried. Okay, if Babylon vexes you, then that shows that you have the right spirit in you. You're not a part of and the doctrine and mindset that Esau is trying to push out. All right, because he wants the people to be weak. He wants the people to be delusional. All right, he wants people to think like there was this one video that I saw. It was from a slave movie. I do not know which one. I just don't know. I not even that I don't remember. I just don't know. And what happened was the Edomite, he was beating Jake, and every time he would stop, he would hold up 3 fingers and say, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And then the Jake would say 3, and then he would say, "Okay, we'll keep on beating him." And then he would continue to beat him, and then he would do that for a while, and then and when eventually he would say again, "How many fingers am I holding up?" Holding 3 fingers, and then the Jake would just say, "I don't know." All right, and then that's basically what he wanted from him. He wanted to make him question reality and question, is the thing that he knows, are the things that he knows the thing that is right? Is it actually right? All right, and is the Edomite able to implant new baseline knowledge on him? Okay, and like say for example, if you are asked what is 1 plus 1, you just take 1 and 1, okay, and you say, okay, well obviously it's 2. Then they're trying to disassociate logic, okay, normal practical logic, with a new kind of way of thinking, which is improper and just wrong. Okay, so in that same way, they're trying to reprogram people into thinking that 1 plus 1 equals 7, even though there's no logical way to make that a reality. All right. So, slacky about that. Let me continue on. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So again, back to, the whole account as well as the whole controversy. All right. Because there are, and honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I think there's a lot more people that are under that delusion than there are people that are actually sane. Like the number of actual people that have fallen, I think might be more, but I don't have any like statistical data or any analytical data to actually prove that. But at the end of the day, it starts to seem that way. But at the same time, they could just be the vocal minority, possibly. But we only time will tell. All right. But as I was saying, they don't want people to speak right things, and this goes for anyone. Okay, not just the prophets, but also people, the remnant of the what's it called? The remnant of the actual intelligent people, remaining people in Babylon. Slakia. So yeah, they want to be told, okay, yeah, well, we can say that we are transformers. We can say we are whatever we want to say. Okay, like there's no negative connotation to that. There's no negative repercussions or just bad stuff in general. It's just a fact. It's just a fact that everyone needs to accept. And in addition to that, other people, we can force other people as well. All right. But then when people say, when people say stuff like this, or we say the truth and we tell our people that, hey, you need to get out of that Babylonian mindset, Babylonian doctrine, then we're the bad guys. All right. Second Corinthians chapter 11 verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. So the thing is, sometimes we will be rude in speech, but hey, that's not the problem. The problem is if we are saying something that's factually incorrect. And the funny thing about this is that a lot of times people in Babylonian society, when they say something like, take this guy for example, okay? This is actually a great example that I can keep on coming back to, okay? He wasn't even, well, he kind of was a bit rude. Calling her a 5, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, he was passive aggressive. I'll say that, but okay, this is not the best example. Anyway, as an example, he was pretty calm, just like how Babylonians want to be told stuff, but then they still don't want to be told stuff. Okay, but they don't want to hear someone yelling, being angry, and stuff like that. When you state facts, then people, or the Babylonians, they take it as rude speech. When you say A, person A is an A, okay, and person B cannot be an A because they're a B, all right, then they get angry at that, all right, and that's not even rude speech, but they take it as rude speech, and that's another part of the whole controversy, all right, when it's not even a real controversy, just flat out facts and reality. Okay, slightly a wrong one. Okay, cool. Now, actually, I want to get into this type of thing. So you see, you see, women like, women like her that are talking like, oh, where are the good men X, Y, and Z? All right. Well, the funny thing is that the good men are the men of the Lord, the prophets of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. Maybe they're not seen as it now, but they're going to be seen during Jacob's trouble. And the funny thing is, Slakia, there's a lot of funny things. So Slakia, if I repeat that often, but there are a lot of things that are very humorous, which the Lord can be very humorous, as we've seen in a lot of judgments. A lot of times the judgments, say for example, take someone that kills people with a sword, which the modern day sword is a gun. The modern day sword is a gun. All right. How funny would it be that the Lord kills someone with by letting them actually get gunned down, get shot accidentally by themselves? Someone that practices gun control religiously every day. All right, and then out of nowhere, some safety wasn't there. He aimed the gun at his face and he shot himself to death. All right, that's very humorous and ironic. All right, that is very ironic, and it's also very funny. All right, the context actually being there makes it even more humorous. And in instances like this, like this, okay, so because we don't know her history, her relationship history, okay, we don't fully know, but maybe in the not so distant future, all right, she's going to find a good man, that the so-called the man with no hose, okay, and then she's going to curve him, all right. So again, it does truly show, Slaki, it does show the humorous side of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI when stuff like this happens. Like, she could be saying that, okay, but then on her phone when she met with someone with said man with no hoe, okay, she's all right. She doesn't respect him. She doesn't want him, okay, and then she maybe even down the line, which is another thing for a lot of women. For a lot of women that are treating the men of the Lord like garbage. Okay, like right now they have the power. Okay, no matter how much you want to say, oh, patriarchy, this, blah blah blah. All right, they have the power right now, and they abuse the power very much so. All right, then during Jacob's trouble, when the lawlessness comes and you have these independent women living by themselves, all right, they're going to come running back to the men that they knew were good men, but they treated like garbage. And heck, as a matter of fact, there was one brother that did a lesson that said there was this one Eve or woman Rib, I don't know who she was to him, but there was this one woman that he was dealing with, and she got scared that a guy offered her money to sleep with her. Then she started after that experience, she started calling all the men on her phone because she wanted, security. Okay, and the thing is, she called her brothers first. They didn't answer. She called her father. No, she couldn't call her father. Her father was dead. And then she called this one Israelite brother that's actually in this truth. Okay, and then he actually picked up. And then she was like, "Oh, I wish I could come to you because you made me feel safe." Blah blah blah. This and the third. And you can see, and Slaki, you can see, and she sees now more so than ever, which something like that happened to you in order for you to understand how much danger it is being a woman and alone, just in general. Okay, not just during Jacob's trouble, but in Babylon society as well. Okay, because there's a lot of women that just get kidnapped and put in like sex trafficking stuff. All right, and then they just never see their families or whatever. Or like the worst happened to them. It's just very, terrible. All right. So Isaiah 32 verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Okay. So tremble ye women that are at ease. Like all you women that are at ease right now, living it up, saying, "Oh, I want to have a hot girl summer" and all this type of stuff. Things are not going to end well for you. All right. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. So even women that have men or have husbands, whatever you want to, Slaki, that have husbands, all right, even they aren't going to be safe unless they're with a man of the Lord. So specifically, like women that are with rich heathen men or 2/3 Jakes, like fucking. It's like I just keep on going back to Will Smith, okay, Jada Pinkett and not Jada's, with Will Smith's, the women in Will Smith's family are all going to be prey. Okay, Will Smith is not going to be able to protect you because, Will Smith is going to be destroyed as well. All right. Not only Will Smith, but also other heathens like Brad Pitt, fucking any rich person. All right. And then if the rich are going to be a prey, how much more the poor? All right. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay, and what is the reproach? The reproach is the destruction and the ravishing and just being a prey to all these fucking carnal demons, as well as these primarily these carnal demons, which comes in the form of, could be 2/3 Jakes, could be heathens, or specifically, all right. So women like her, all right. Obviously the fact that she's making this video means that she's single. She doesn't have a man, and she's clearly looking and wants a man, but because she is, and it's this is heavily off an assumption, all right. She's probably curving the good men and want the not so good men, all right. So yeah, these women, okay, Israelite and heathen alike, all right, they're going to be seeking the men of the Lord primarily during Jacob's trouble, all right. And even now, I've seen, not even just me, but I've seen, but other brothers have also seen an increase in the appeal to Jake / Israelite men in general. All right. So yeah, there has been an increase in that, and I thought that was very interesting as we are kind of coming into those times, as we can see. All right. Isaiah 13 verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge. So a man, okay, Slakia, let's get this. A man, all right. Understand that the quote unquote definition, quote unquote, all right, quote unquote definition. Let me get that definition. Definition. This is how I mean to say definition. Definition, okay, of a man to Babylon standard is anyone that just says, "Oh, I'm a man." So if you are a heterosexual straight man, you're a man. If you're a gay man, you're a man. If you are a man transformer, you're a man. And you say you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman and you just say, if you're just a woman straight up and nothing, you don't do anything, and you just say that you're a man, you're a man. That's by Esau's standards. But by the Most High YAHAWASHI's standard, all those different definitions, those are just cut down to pieces, and we, with all the people that are identifying as men, will also remember that there's the Transformers, which I think I don't really want to do a Google search. Yeah, so I won't do it, but anecdotally, all right, I've primarily seen more times than not that the man will use the transformation jutsu to go to a woman than I have seen a woman use the transformation technique to go into a man. So the number of men like that have this, the number of base men diminished, while also in addition to that, Slakia, in addition to that, you also have to disqualify the Lord's standards those that consider themselves men and are not by Yahawadah Yahawashi standard. Okay, so now the amount of men that there are actually men are lowered, and in addition, and even further to that, to further prove that also, I forgot the wording. I think it's second Esdras. Slakia, bear with me. Wait out. Okay, well, Slakia, the point I was trying to bring out was, when there's going to be wars and whatnot, when there's going to be wars, a lot of the men, that are going to be taken to the wars, they're going to be put to death, and as a result, even more so, it's going to take away more of the men, and all that's going to be left are the men of the Lord that the Lord is going to deliver out of their time of trouble, especially because we have faith that the Lord is going to allow us to be exempt from any, drafting. All right. In addition to that, we'll also have to worry about any, just like, I want to say crazy demons, okay, spiritually that get on heathens and 2/3, all right, and then the actual demons primarily being Esau, which also could be heathens and 2/3, all right, that are remnant and remain and are going to be causing, when Babylon is being made a desolation, and just things are just going to be, it's just going to be anarchy for the most part. All right. So all that stuff, a woman is going to be a prey. A woman's just going to be a commodity. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Just the conclusion to bring it all back, they do hate to hear stuff like this, but at the same time, women like her, they need to remember that, you are the cause of not finding a good man, because you disrespect, and toss the good men to the side, and that eventually, you're going to be seeking after the men of the Lord, and a lot of times, or Yahawadah, the men of the Lord are going to reject you, because things are going to be hard, and they're not going to be able to take care of you and themselves, all right, or just they might just not fuck with you, all right. They just might think you're ugly or whatever. Anyway, but with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give, and Slakia, also finally, the men of the Lord are definitely not gonna simp for you. All right, maybe they will. Yahawadah they won't. That's. I just wanted to point point that out. With that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, DTA Abad Babal, and Shalom.